And the farms, of course, the our farmers, a big thanks to our farmers. The sheep for the Farmers Weekly Junior, kindly supplied by Natahuna. And a big thanks to Andrew Valance and the team out there for the sheep. Our shearing judges on the board, please. Okay, give them a big hand as they take the stage, ladies and gentlemen. A huge moment for these young competitors. Down there on stand, number 6, folks. Artify Hatfield takes the stage. All the way from Scotland on stand, number 5. This young girl set the shearing world alight here. Katie Reid. On stand 4, the big fella, ladies and gentlemen, from the Motu, Levi King. On 3, folks, another international shearer from Wales, Mark Gwynn. And folks, from the deep south, from Gore, Brodie Hurrell takes the stand. And the big man from Pew Pew, folks, Topia Barracliff on stand number 1. Junior shearing final, proudly sponsored by Farmers Weekly. And I think Cordell Mullins has someone from the Farmers Weekly with us. Cordell, is that right?
Well, thank you, Norm, and it is a privilege to be here this afternoon at the 2019 Golden Shears. And if you look around the stadium this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, it's absolutely packed for this time of the day, and it is our pleasure to welcome on to the sponsorship stage. Welcome along, Dean Williamson. Ladies and gentlemen, Farmers Weekly, and Dean, it is a pleasure to have you back again. You were here a little while ago, weren't you?
Yeah, back here in 2009 before we sold the paper, and we bought it back again about 8 months ago. So we're back again, and we're not going to let it go, this one. Really proud to be sponsoring the junior section, Koro.
All right, is there anybody up there that you know of, or have you got a favourite?
I haven't got a favourite, but we've actually interviewed all of them on Facebook, so short interviews of all of them. So look out for those guys, because they're a lot of fun, these individuals, and we've had a lot of fun interviewing them.
Well, Dean, it is I suppose it is a footprint out there. They talk about the internet, but I still kind of my preference is for reading a newspaper. What's the preference for New Zealanders?
Oh, I think it's not one thing exclusively anymore. Actually, it's everything working in tandem. So, you know, we're doing video, we're doing social, and we're doing, of course, print. So we're not going to let any of those go.
Well, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, give the Farmers Weekly sponsors, Mr. Dean Williamson and his team, a good hand as we go back to the Junior Farmers Weekly Finals. Thank you.
Thank you, Cordell. Thank you, Dean. And Dean, keep that sales talk going, please. We have the nod from the referee. We have the green light, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Farmers Weekly Junior Final. A big moment for these competitors. Timekeepers ready. Competitors set. Go! And we're away. 5 of these big Natahuna ewes in front of them. And out on the board they come with sheep number 1, Topia Barracliff, Brodie Hurrell, Mark Gwynn, Levi King, Katie Reid, and Artify Hatfield up on the stage. They're the ones going to battle it out. They're the ones that have fought their way through the preliminary rounds and up to here in the Golden Shears Junior Final. There's going to be some ribbons and prize money given out at some stage for these competitors. This is what they're here for. This is what they've dreamed about for the last 12 months. A Golden Shears ribbon, ladies and gentlemen, is one of the most sought-after ribbons in the world. Round the back of the head for young Topia Barracliff on stand number 1. Works his way in towards the front shoulder. The young man from Southland. Go the South, Brodie. Swings around into the first front shoulder as well. Mark Gwynn from Wales wants to take that red ribbon back to Wales. He would love it as he swings around into the front shoulder. Welcome along, everybody watching this junior final on the World Wide Web as well, because some of these international sharers will be well supported over there in Wales. Mark Gwynn will be anyway. Katie Reid from Scotland down there on stand number 5. Sweeps up the backbone of the sheep. Turning for home is a big man, Levi King on stand number 4. Artify Hadfield down there, proudly watched by his family here as well. Artify down over the last front shoulder. Good young fella, this man. Good young competitor, and as they all are. But Brodie Hurrell, the young man from Southland, sweeps down and out over the tail. Another couple of shots. Gerald, and he's going to be in for his second sheep. You're closer to this man than me. He's from this deep south, Gerald. Great to see him going so well.
Oh, yeah, very much, Norm. Big moment for all of these here in the big final under the bright lights of the Golden Shears. The sheep are starting to fly. They're just shearing quite well. They've got to settle into their work and they've got time to do it. It's a place some of them haven't been that often under the bright lights of here. And it can get you a wee bit. You start, getting wound up before you get up here. It is very much a physical game, but it's very much a mental game. And we'll see that here. If they can just settle themselves in and get their work done and get a bit of rhythm going, it can go pretty well for them. But, of course, if you get a bit of jiggle here and there and you have a bit of a panic attack and start holding your breath and all of a sudden your arms and legs start locking up, because that can happen, and you haven't got as much turn and flexibility, it can go a wee bit pear-shaped. As Barracliff and stand 1 here start to find out, he says, Jolly Jack, you're prophesying exactly right there, Gerald. As this one's doing a bit of dancing on him. Up the neck he's going to go. He's going to settle it down and just keep moving. But you're right there, Norm, all the way from Gore, just above Invercargill, about 30 minutes drives north, is Brodie Hurrell. He's looking nice and comfortable, all right. Onto the shoulder he goes. They've got a lot of prize money to get, but I can tell you what, the prize money will come and go, but the ribbon will not. The Golden Shears ribbon take beautiful place. Wherever the most place is in the house or your bedroom that everyone's going to see that ribbon, that's where it goes up. You don't come every day. Yes, now Brodie's got to settle that one down out the knee. He's going to go now all the way to the toenails. Wee bit of jiggling and juggling going on. You can tell, or you can cut the atmosphere up there, can't you? You can feel the atmosphere just about. And here we go. The boy from Wales is coming at him now. Mark Gwynn. He says, okay, mate, you're starting to shake a wee bit under the pressure. See what happens if I apply a bit more. And the bottom stand 6 goes in as well too, Kerry.
Thanks, Gerald. And that is the junior final, proudly sponsored by the Farmers Weekly. And ladies and gentlemen, don't we have a final at the moment? Young Brodie Hurrell, the boy from the deep south, sheep number 3 on the board. Up the neck he goes, the young Welshman on 3. He's into the undermine. He says, not without me, you don't, young fella. Up the neck he goes. Up the neck and breaks that neck will open. All these other shearers are chasing well. Young Topia Barracliff, he had a bit of a tough one on that one, but he said, see you later, missy, see you later. Get into it, boy. Into the pen he goes. Sheep number 3. Change a handpiece for him. Levi King. Up the neck he goes. Sheep 3 on the board for him. Artify Hatfield, the young fella down there on stand number 6. Working his way around the shoulder. Takes the trimming on the back side of the leg. Down and into the long blow. Round the long blow he goes in this Farmers Weekly sponsored junior final here. Golden Shears 2019, Norm.
Here, the 59th occasion here at the big stadium in Masterton. Brodie Hurrell from the deep south winds over the tail, out the leg, and into the pen for sheep number 4. 5 in total, so Brodie's the first in for his 4th sheep. 1 left in the pen for the south, and the go the south, Brodie. Down over the last front shoulder for Mark Gwynn, the Welshman, so he's chasing hard. And here comes the big man, Mark Levi King on stand number 4. Rolls around underneath the fribs on the leg and the backside of the sheep. Down he paws into the flank. He's not far from Mark Gwynn. Katie Reid, don't take your eye off this girl. She can smoke them out when she gets going. That sheep just proving a wee bit difficult for her. Not sitting where she wants her to sit, but she's won the argument so far. Down under the front leg she rolls. Down the last side she's going to pull. Artify Hatfield from Wairarapa steps in and out of the pen. That young man, like I said earlier, good, talented young shearer, as are all these competitors up on the stage. And away down the belly goes Artify on sheep number 4. Chasing Brodie Hurrell hard. Bellies out for Mark Wynn, the Welshman on 3. First hind leg for the big fella. Starting to smoke into it now. Starting to open up those big shoulders of his. Ooh, he's going to be a great help to his mother when he grows up, that boy. Top knot's going to come off for the big man on stand number 4. Up the neck he steps. Topia Barracliff in and out of the pen with sheep number 4. Up the neck for Artify Headfield. Way down the belly for Katie Reid. Here's another difficult one. She's got to turn, get it in position, and then restart her handpiece. So that sheep cost her a couple of seconds. The last sheep cost her a bit of time. So she's looking at making that up, but only one sheep left in the pen. So time's running out for her, Katie, but she can get going when she gets going. Levi King, way through the long blow, turns for home. Drops down over the last front shoulder, but Brody Harrell leading the field still. Levi King's coming at you, Brody. Keep it on, mate. Down over the last front shoulder, so he's had to pull the head forward. Cost him a second or two to keep that sheep under control, but it's sitting there nicely for him now. Wipes the wool off over the tail. Brody Harrell steps into the pen. Oh, come on, Brody. Hang on to it, mate. Steps into the pen, and out it goes. Sheep number 5, the last and final sheep coming on for Brody Harrell, Gerald, but Levi King, the big fella coming at him. Harrell hits the core. There's King, backs out of the pen. She's all on here.
It is all on, and King's got a little beauty. I was watching him as you were commentating, and he just got a new expression on his face. He thought, game on. He put the game face on and started hoeing into it. He was catching with every blow as he gets the belly wool out the back. The key now is not to do a Hollywood. Okay, there's 3 facets going on here. We'll come to the commentary soon. But all the points on the board and the points out the back are divided by the number of sheep. So in this case, it's 1/5. So it's not all about speed. But they're having a bit of fun up there at the moment. Brody Horrell all the way from Gore, up and round the back of the head he goes. Can King come with them? How's Artify Hadfield going? He's on his last one, and into Ballywool he dives. Oh, look, King's having a few problems. This can happen, ladies and gentlemen. This is all about pressure. Come on, Brody, I hear from the audience. He's brought a fan base with him. Here we go, King's let loose. Up and round the ears he goes, these junior shearers. There he goes, young Brody Horrell. He hasn't worked up a sweat. He's worked up a bit of colour, but he hasn't worked up a sweat. He's had to go back, see those fluffy little things he cut off. That's not ideal, but it can happen. They're called second cuts. Now he's on his way home. He thought, will I take them off here or let the judges out the back take them off? He said, no, I want to put a real good, clean sheep out the back, and so he does. He'll be very proud of his work, and he'll be very proud of his effort he's put in here as he does the finishing touches to his last one, all the way from Gore. Brody Horrells in to stop the clock.
Go the south, Brody.
Levi King is coming with a huge big finish, and so is Mark Wim. By jolly, they're coming home quick, Kerry. Just see that. These junior shears doesn't take them long to get warmed up. Once they got used to the atmosphere and got the nerves out of the way they went.
Yeah, that's right. And this Farmers Weekly Junior Shearing Final 2019 Golden Shears, ladies and gentlemen. These are your finalists. And down on stand number 6, down and out the flank, young fella they like to call Artified Hatfield, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together. And down on stand number 1, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the young fella, Topia Barracliff. And that leaves our young lady down on stand number 5. She had a bit of a tough one on that sheep, but ladies and gentlemen, don't count her out. All the way from Scotland, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together, Katie Reid.
Well done, competitors. So they can leave the stage. Give them another big hand, ladies and gentlemen. Our Farmers Weekly Junior finalists just battle it out up there on the stage for over the 5 sheep. And not the program. Oh, it does say instant. Just to the side.
Yeah, we've got an instant prize giving for the junior. So you junior shearers, just take a breath. Okay, stay nice and handy, please. And we'll have him see Kieran McAnulty up there. And there's no hanging around wondering whether you've done well enough, Norm. You soon find out, don't you, whether you have really ticked all the boxes on the 3 facets. And that was a good junior final. They done really well. It is a big stage. You can go around a lot of shows.
Yeah, certainly is. So you junior finalists, just put your gear somewhere safe, please, and assemble back up at the foot of the stage. You junior finalists, if you just come on back up to the foot of the stage, thank you. And Kieran will run us through the prize giving for the juniors. Of course, we have to just collate the points from out the back and the time and on the board. So there has been a couple of questions asked, ladies and gentlemen, about how the scoring system works. If you go to your program, I'll just try and find the page. It is in the program, at the front of the program somewhere, exactly how the scoring system works. That's probably easier than me rabbiting on about it.
Rightio, ladies and gentlemen, I've got young Brodie Horrell here, all the way from the deep south, as Norm likes to call it.
Deep south.
Rightio, Brodie, you were first off. So obviously you made the final, as we just seen. You're sure in the qualifying heats. You went through the semi-final, into the final, and it must have been a nerve-wracking time going through the heats. And just tell me how you felt going through it and the preparation that you did for the final today.
Cheers. Oh, I just was a bit nervous and yeah, just did my best job. Spin airs on my arms and yeah, that was about it really.
Yes, so obviously you've sure very well today. So obviously you started somewhere, so you're from the deep south. So just tell us how you got into shearing and just where your shearing journeys come from.
Yeah, I'll just shearing at home with Dad, and then I'm a shepherd, so I just do it as a bit of a sport, and yeah.
Oh, bloody good. Ladies and gentlemen, he was the first man off. Young Brodie Horrell, ladies and gentlemen. Rightio. Over to you, Kieran.
Thank you, Kerry. The Farmers Weekly Junior Shearing. Presenting this award is Dean Williamson, owner and publisher of Global HQ, publishers of Farmers Weekly, Dairy Farmer, farmersweekly.co.nz and AgriHQ Market Reports.
Thank you very much. This is a great event to be able to sponsor. This is the future of it, and nobody knows the importance of that more than I do, because I'm still shearing my own. I've got 3 sons. I put 2 of them on a shearing course, and none of them are shearing. They're all doing good things, but none of them are shearing, so I'm still shearing my own. So if you ever want to come and shear a few sheep in Fielding, guys, you just give me a ring. Look, this really is the future, and I really appreciate the opportunity to be able to pick this up this year. And I can tell you, Golden Shears organisers, we're going to be in this for the long haul. So such is the importance of having it. Now, we've had a bit of fun over the last couple of days interviewing these guys on Facebook, and 1 or 2 of them own those interviews. They're a lot of fun. So hop on Facebook and you'll see them on there. So and we're here to support these guys every step of the way. So well done, and thank you very much for letting us once again letting us sponsor this very important event.
Thank you, Dean. Thank you to Farmers Weekly for your generous support. We have the results, and it's tight. There is 2 points separating first to sixth. First had penalty points of 37. Second, penalty points of 37.2. Third, penalty points of 37.7. First prize in the Farmers Weekly Junior Shearing receives $400. Brodie Horrell. Brodie, congratulations. Clearly a pretty tight affair. You've come all the way from Gore, but now it's all been worth it. Well done.
Yeah, cheers, Kieran, thanks. Yeah, just like to thank all the competitors, judges, farmer for the sheep, they were excellent. And yeah, thanks very much, sponsor, excellent, cheers. Good on you, mate.
Second with $200, Topia Barrowcliff. Third place and $150, Utterfy Hadfield. Fourth place, $130, Levi King. And of course, Golden Shears is an international competition. Put your hands together for fifth place from Wales, Mark Gwynn. And making the final is an achievement in itself. All the way from Scotland, put your hands together for Katie Reid. We have one more prize to announce during this presentation. This is the Stewart Trophy for the top local shearer. Dean Williamson from Farmers Weekly will be presenting this again. The Stewart Trophy for the top local shearer with 35.48 points. From Masterton, Joseph Gordon. It's a really prestigious award. Congratulations. To be able to do this in front of your whānau and friends must be a pretty special moment.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, well done to the rest of the crew that came up here in the finals. You all did good. But yeah, thanks to everyone for coming out and cheers.
Good on you. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. That concludes this presentation, but the action continues. I'll pass you down now again to our commentators.
Thanks, Kieran. Congratulations to all those competitors. So the next event on the card, ladies and gentlemen, is the intermediate shearing final. And this one, of course, proudly sponsored by Trust House. You'll see it come up on the big screen shortly. Trust House sponsors this, the intermediate shearing final. So, ladies and gentlemen, we were just talking about judging earlier. The judging scoring system works with three components: time, the on-the-board score, and the out-the-back score. So if you have a look on page 24 in your program, Judging in a Nutshell, and it'll just explain a quick explanation of how the scoring system works. It's a wee bit easier than us doing it because there'll be a new crowd in here in half an hour's time and we'd have to explain everything again. So it is in your program, just how it all works, folks. Speaking of the Judging in a Nutshell, a big thanks to our judges as they take the stage. Give them a hand, ladies and gentlemen. Our judges travel all over the country officiating at these shearing sports events. They put a lot of voluntary time, the key word there being voluntary, into all these competitions. So well done, guys and girls.
Hi there, folks. Welcome back into the studio here at the Golden Shears for the year 2019. The day is now getting to the business end of it. We've just had the junior shearing, and Dean Williamson of Farmers Weekly was the sponsor of that, and he's just been on the stage and presented all these young shearers and shearesses. There was a young lady in there called Katie Reed, but the champion to come out of it is a 21-year-old shearer from Gore, and his name is Brodie Horrell.
How you going?
How you going, Brodie?
Good, thanks.
Oh, well, that was well done. You had those King boys chasing you along and Torpia Barracliff chasing you along, so it was a good day.
Yeah, no, it was. It was a good competition. Bloody hard, actually.
Have you done many shows in the North Island?
No, just this one, yeah.
Just come up for
Yep.
the Golden Shears. So you really were an unknown factor, weren't you?
Yeah, maybe.
You were a cat amongst the pigeons. You sneaked up on these North Islanders that were doing so well and you pounced on them and you did the business.
Yep.
Well, Brodie, you're $400 better off. You're
Yep.
fantastic. And a couple of questions. What do you do for a living?
I'm a shepherd.
You're a shepherd.
Yep.
And at home?
No, for our Weldon station in Harriet.
A big station too, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, reasonably, yeah.
And the only practice you get with shearing sheep are the odd straggler that's left behind, or the old straggle muster?
Yeah, well, the odd bit here and there. Not too much, really. So, yeah, no, it's good. Just do a wee few.
Well, how did you actually look at this level in the Golden Shears? There's a level that you have to get up to. How did you get your gear so well?
I'm not too sure, really. Just sort of went.
You must have
Oh,
somebody in.
Corny's
You
had a-
must. Well, that's where I
He's
was
had a look at
going.
it and, yeah.
And
other
who's
people.
Corny?
Brett Roberts.
Brett Roberts. Oh, we had Brett Roberts up here a little while
yeah.
ago. So you had somebody to look at your
Yeah,
gear
oh,
and
he's-
make
yeah.
sure everything was good.
Yep.
Oh, okay. So, well, that's the key. Well, Brodie, congratulations, and I'm sure you'd like to celebrate this red ribbon. We should have had that around your neck so we can see it. 2020 is the Golden Shears' 60th birthday. You must come back.
I'll be here. Yep.
You must
definitely.
come back. Anybody out there you'd like to say hi and thank you to?
Oh, just all the family at home and that are probably watching. And yeah, cheers for the support.
And
Yeah.
they're watching?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know.
Well, you better give them a rack up if they haven't been watching. So we're coming to you from Noise Productions and Wairarapa TV here in the beautiful stadium, the War Memorial Stadium here in Masterton for the year 2019. And we now cross back to the stadium. Thank you, Toby.
Cheers.
Well done, mate.
Cheers.
The sheep out, that's for sure. They're a very good line of sheep and a real credit to the team at Natahuna. Thumbs up from Mr. Philip Morrison. Ladies and gentlemen, the boys are at their door. Let's set these guys alight. The next step up, the intermediate grade, sponsored by Trust House. Timekeepers ready. Competitors set, go. And we're off once again. Just watch the junior final. We found a winner in that. This is the intermediate final. We are going to find a winner in this very shortly. Another instant prize giving, ladies and gentlemen. Way into the first hind leg for Chris Dixon on stand number 3. Opening up the undermine. He's come out swinging. This young man from Ekatahuna drawing up the neck. So he's firing on all 8 cylinders, this man. Up into the base here. Up comes Paola Moanaloa. Up comes Mark Ferguson. Cullen Pritchard is right there as well. Braden Clifford, the man from the deep south, is up there the neck and he's breaking open and into the cheek. Round the back of the head from Keith Swan, the Wairoa Warrior. Down there on the far stand, he slides around into the first front shoulder, but Chris Dixon turns for home. He's got a very awkward sheep. Oh, just as he's swinging at him, he's waving to the crowd with his back legs, that one. But come very close to things very precious to Chris Dixon. Unfortunately, didn't get him. Down over the last front shoulder, it is for Chris Dixon. Cullen Pritchard chasing hard, making the most of the fact that Chris's sheep was kicking, cost him a wee bit of time. Down comes Paola Moanaloa, last front shoulder for Mark Ferguson as well. Braden Clifford is there as well, the young man from Waikaka on stand 5. Right out to the toe for Keith Swan, but Chris Dixon, Gerald, steps in and out of the pen. 1 minute and 19 seconds on the clock, and he's got his second sheep on the board.
Yeah, it's going well. They're starting to settle in. They're powerfully strong sheep, aren't they? And they've got a bit of that dry cut about them, all right, which can make them do a bit of dancing and wriggling. And, of course, they've got to settle the nerves. They've got to get control of that. She's a bit of a mind game up here at this level. You can't go in there just with sheer brute strength. It's not enough. You've got to keep things nice and relaxed and moving. Into the belly wall goes Ferguson and out the back. Look at this trouble Dixon's having as he fires up the neck there. Round he goes into the base of the ear, and you've got to stay in the base of the ear. You come any further than the base of the ear, you'll nick the ear and it just bleeds like a shaving cut. Just doesn't stop. It's the smallest little nick and you have blood all over the side of the sheep. And that's not part of the deal in the Shearing shed. It's definitely not part of the deal in the Golden Shears final. Can tell you that as away he goes on the long blow. But Keith Swan says, hey, it's game on. Here we go. We might be good mates off the board here, but right at the moment, what happens on the paddock stays on the paddock. We can have a good old laugh about this later. On to the shoulder goes Dixon, up and over. No Hollywoods here. It's good. We like this. They're all doing it well. Pritchard round towards the long blow. Who's the man on stand 5 there? Braden Clifford from the south. He flicks the leg over and starts rolling home too, but look smack bang in the middle here. Who we got? It's going to be stand 2. Porter, and no, he's just in behind there with Dixon. He's chasing him hard though. Pulls out a little beauty. In goes Ferguson. Moana Roa says, hey boy, I'm just starting to get warmed up. My general pattern in the shed is it takes me 2 or 3 to get the body going, just to limber up, and the show's going to be no different. And at this stage, with the amount of sheep we've got, which is 8, some will be better than others. And when you've got a bit of a trained eye, even at an intermediate level, you'll know. And that's your call to make, whether you're going to pull out 2 or 3 quick ones and try to rattle the cages of the rest, or you're just going to work your way through and save them for the end and pounce on someone and come in with a huge big finish into the base of the air. Moana Roa does that, and round he goes, but Dixon throws the leg over and locks it up. Pritchard's right up the back there, up the undermine. Clifford's round he goes. Who's the one down the bottom? And Keith Swan again. He spins round. There's absolutely nothing in it, Kerry. It's still the feeling their way. Still plenty of time to get going. Look at this. Who's going to be the first one in for sheep 4? I'm looking right across the board because the speed stakes is changing all the time. New leaders coming and going, and the youngster on 2 is chasing hard, but he's lost a couple of shots there. Dixon dives in, Kerry.
Yeah, beautiful shearing by these young fellas. And ladies and gentlemen, if you have just joined us, Truss House Intermediate Shearing Final, Golden Shears 2019, ladies and gentlemen. Moana Roa, he's in for sheep number 4. Ferguson's in for 4, but it's still the young fella. Stand number 3. Up the neck he goes. Chris Dixon around the shoulders. Takes the trimming on the backside of the air. Ooh, Callum Pritchard, sheep number 4. Another bit of a niggler for him. He's got it under control, ladies and gentlemen. Off comes the belly. First leg for him. Chris Dixon, he says, boys, I'm starting to make a break. I'm starting to head open me shoulders. Down and over the flank he goes. Trimming on the top side of the leg. Under that final leg. Down and out the flank. Down there on stand 5, Keith Swan. Up the neck he goes. Sheep 4, number 4 on the board for him. Up and round the shoulders he goes. Pops that shoulder out. Takes the trimming on the top side and down and into the long blow. Chris Dixon, he will be the first one in for 5, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, Masterton. This is your intermediate shearing final. Out onto the board comes sheep number 5. Norm, what a cracking final we've got here.
Ooh, cracking final is indeed, Kerry. And goes Paula Moana on stand number 2. Finishing touches down that last side for Mark Ferguson and Braden Clifford. Round onto the last front shoulders. Keith Swan down in the far stand on stand number 6. But Chris Dixon got it in the bag as far as speed goes at this stage. But don't hold your breath because there's still 3 sheep to go. And goes Mark Ferguson. Another sheep coming out for him. Sheep number 5 it is on the board. He'll get going a wee bit. Don't worry about that. Braden Clifford, the young man from Gore. Down on the stand number 5. He's in and out. In and out is Keith Swan. Change of steel first though. He's going to change a hairpiece. New comb, new cutter. And in and out he'll step. Sheep number 5 coming out by Chris Dixon. Turns for home. Down over the last front shoulder. Sheep number 5 it is on the board. Callum Pritchard, another couple of shots. Callum will be in for his 5th sheep as well. 8 in total. Down the last side, pause. Chris Dixon, the leader in the speed stakes, gives a bit of a kick and a wriggle. Just got to pull the head forward, and it still gives it a bit of a kick and a wriggle. Not happy either way. Oh, reminds me of my ex-wife, Gerald.
Right, yeah, and he does the finishing touches there. Hold it together, mate. Stay professional. They're all professional. Look at these intermediate shearers. They are just flying. Whoops, the handpiece has got somewhere. Where's it ended up? It's a rehook for Dixon. He has lost a little bit of ground there, but he kicks it into gear now and starts bearing the hambies in the belly wall. Moana Roa says, I think that's a good idea. The whole lot are going for a change of steel. How's is Swan going down the bottom stand? He was the first one to do that. Has it worked well for him? If you watch the first sort of 4 or 5 blows, you can tell if the fresh cut is working and the different comb is entering well. If you've got a bit of a trained eye. The Swan is on the journey home now, but Dixon has recovered well. Moana Roa says, holy smoke, I should have had this steel on earlier. That comb is entering and cutting like a beautiful little thing. Moana Roa's going to give Dixon a hurry up, folks, on the journey home. I've got a bit of a trained eye and I've got the best seat in the house here at the moment. Round he goes. He's starting to warm up. Dixon's listening to the mic and thinking, holy smoke, I better open the shoulder blades up. No holds barred now. He goes down the journey home. He's chasing Pritchard, who's one behind. He's going to put the blinker on him. Pritchard had a naughty sheet there for a while and he had to give it a good telling off. And it's not ideal here in a final. He takes a deep size. He goes in for sheep. It'll be sheep 6 in his case, but 7 in front of him. The blinker has been given. But here we go. Moana Roa. I said he's going to come at him because that fresh cut, and he's doing that. Ferguson on the front stand, doing what needs to be done. He says, I'm not worried if I don't hear my name. I'm here. I want to hear it later on when I'm talking about the podium, the cash and sash time. That's what we want. Moana Roa now. Look. Oh, he's got a beautiful cut going there, Kerry. He is just blowing it out. Who else? There's the local boy down the way. Clifford. He's on the long blow too. And beyond that, we've got Swan. And he's got a good cut going too, but I can tell you the right hand piece and the right comb and cutter at the moment is sitting on 2 here.
Ladies and gentlemen, down and into the long blow and the boy on to
Here he comes.
Moana Roa. He's coming for you, Chris Dixon. He is coming for you. They finished a long blow together. Sheep number 7. Come on, my boys. Up and over the shoulder they go. Stands 2, stands 3. Nothing in this, ladies and gentlemen, in this trust house. Intermediate final. Down and out the flank they go. Right out to the tips of the toes. Come on, Masterton. Pour it in, and we've got a new leader, ladies and gentlemen. Cullen Pritchard in there for sheep number 7, but it's still the boys on 2 and 3. They're coming out swinging. Off comes the belly on 2. Down the first egg he goes. Change a handpiece, Norm. I reckon that has done the trick. Up the neck he goes. Breaks the neck will open and takes the cheek will. Come on, Chris Dixon. Don't lay down and die, my boy. Up the neck he goes. Around the shoulders and takes the trimming on the backside of the leg on the boy on 2. Chris Dixon works his way around the shoulder. Rightio, no, I'll let you bring him home. Finishing touches there. Down and over the brisket.